Hey, what's going on YouTube? We're going to take a look at the shadows of the Dragon King and War Goddess. This is the Silver Crown fight for Rain and Fina. This is mainly just for level 4. The first 3 levels can all really be killed pretty easily using the units that I'm going to show you in this team, just doing like some basic chaining, because the boss is not that bulky at the first 3 levels. So, you know, if you've got him geared even remotely close to how I've got him geared, you're going to be able to take those first 3 levels out. Piece of cake. The last level is a little trickier, and instead of doing just a turn 1, you know, blow it up, kill it right away, clear, we're going to go a little slower just so you can kind of see what the boss does between turns 1 and 4 if you wanted to go slow. It also has a break gauge, and we're going to show you how you can do this without removing the break gauge, just kind of doing the boss all in one go on turn 5, so that you can you know, kind of see how you want to power up if you want to go slow. And to help us with dealing with that, we're going to bring a tank that's going to deal with our physical damage on turn 1, magical damage on turns 2 through 4, and there are some single target fixed attacks as well. But the tank that we're bringing is going to be able to handle it just fine. Another tip you should know about is that it counters with a resistance buff for itself, a mitigation, to whatever you hit it with. So if you hit it with physical, then for the next turn, it's going to be resisting physical attacks. Or if you hit it with magical, for the next turn, it's going to be resisting magical attacks. We're going to deal with that by not doing any damage to it on turn 4. Turn 4 is just going to be kind of boosting up and preparing ourselves. That way the boss has no mitigation on turn 5, and we can just unload everything we've got and take this boss down. So let's go ahead and get into it. And the challenges are just to complete the quest, do no continues, no KOs, and do it within 5 turns. So we're not going to go past turn 5. You know, there you go. And here's the team we're going to be taking. Ayaka is going to be the main damage carry. Regina is our leader skill provider, now that she's got a leader skill in the game. Fravia is going to be doing some ice support. Yish is going to be doing some ice support. And Snow is going to be tanking for us. I'll go ahead and get into their gear just a little bit. Ayaka is just wearing, you know, her own STMR, and then just some good Clash of Wills gear and just some other magic stuff. She's got killers. For the most part, you know, she's got killers to Demon and Human and Reaper taken care of. She is missing a little bit of Dragon Killer. I'm not too worried about it. She still does tons of damage. She gets all that, you know, some of that by wearing the Dancing White Dragon vision card, which is a pretty decent vision card. I'm glad I picked it up. So there you go. There's Ayaka. Our Regina is mainly here just to be chaining with the Sweet Friendship vision card from Ayaka. So Ayaka's just all over this clear, obviously. And that's going to just give her chaining. The rest of the time, she's going to be using Magic Boost to kind of boost up. She just does give herself a killer buff at one point, but otherwise, it's just kind of geared for chaining and doing a little bit of damage. She's wearing a rod, so we can take advantage of Ayaka's Rod Imperil. Pretty cool. Fravia is wearing, in the base form, doing, you know, a magic build. She's going to be just chaining with her bolting strike skills, so I don't really care too much. She's not contributing that much damage, but she does do the ice field support for us. And there you go. She's got the this vision card, but she's going to be using her own magic boost on turn 4, not the cherished gift one. So really just put whatever vision card you've got on for high magic. In the shift form though, she's just gonna, I hit auto attack. Like, I didn't really care. She's not taking any damage. Snow's gonna be covering all the damage, so she's just spending 1 turn here just to do some buffs and breaks and stuff like that. Not a big deal. Yish is, honestly, I just hit auto attack as well, so just putting whatever good gear you've got on for her. Should probably be wearing her own STMR if you've got it. I don't think I have it. I do not have it. So she probably should be wearing her own STMR because she does do a Spear Imperil, but like, who cares really? She's not doing that much damage. She's going to do some breaks and imperils and stuff like that. I don't even have all of her skills upgraded. It's not a big deal. But really, I just hit auto attack and, you know, who cares? Snow is a little trickier. I did hit auto defense for the base form. We're only spending 1 turn there. If you have evasion, you could just, you know, put evasion on, and that's probably going to take care of a lot of stuff, and you'll see that here in the clear. But just having defense for the first turn helps a lot. And then is wearing this because we're spending the rest of the fight in the shift form where he's dealing with magic damage. So we are a little bit bulkier, 7,400 spirit. And has really high resistances because the boss does do several elemental attacks, and we want to be able to prepare ourselves for that. But otherwise, yeah. Here's our gear. So a lot of resistances, a lot of spirit, and there you go, vision card. So let's go ahead and dive into this, and we'll see how this works out. Okay. Like I said, on our first turn, we don't really care what we're going to be doing as far as like physical or magical attacks. The mitigation is going to wear off by the time we get to our burst turn, so we can kind of do whatever we want. I'm going to start just by doing Sparkling Snow. That's going to do a little bit of damage, but that way the mitigation will wear off, and that gives us the modifier boost for our burst later. There we go. Regina is just going to, she can kind of use whatever she wants. I'm mainly just going to be using her anti-demon module. That's just a killer buff for herself. Nice. Okay. Bravia is going to go to the shift form, and she's going to use On Guard, Flick, and Pressure. That's going to put up Sword in Peril, modifier boost for her, as well as do a little bit of breaking on the boss. Yish is just going to use her Magnus skill and then just hit the boss twice to lower ice resistance. Notice the break gauge is moving a little bit, but we don't really care that much. We're not going to worry about the break gauge in this fight. For Snow, we're going to go ahead and use Heroic Guard and then Physical Cover. That's going to keep us safe for the first turn here from the physical attacks we're about to see. There we go. The Snow's got it under control. Boss starts counting down. So you saw, I don't know if you saw that right there. It said Dragon Scale Strike Breaker or something like that. Yeah, so if you see it says boost resistance to physical attacks right here, that's Dragon Scale Strike Breaker. There's also Dragon Scale or Dragon Wing Spell Breaker, which does the same thing but for magical. And since we're doing a combined physical and magical team, we want to make sure we don't have either of those on the boss on turn 5. So we're not going to do any attacks on turn 4. There you go. On this turn, Yish is just going to do 10,000 Needles, just to give us Mirage, just in case we need it. And then Snow is going to shift to the shift form. And notice now he's in magical form. We're going to do Magical Cover and Magic Spirit of Chaos. That's going to keep Snow safe. Alrighty. Ayaka is going to use her 2 cooldown skills. And then use Emboldening Song for a killer buff for everybody. And then Holiday Song just to keep boosting up. Regina is going to use Magic Boost Plus. There we go. Bravia is going to go back to the base form and only use the Frost Blossom skill. That's going to put up the Ice Field effect, as well as imbue everybody with ice. See? Snow takes care of all that damage just fine. On this turn, Yish is going to guard. Fravia is going to guard. Fravia is going to guard. Yep, we're good. Regina is going to magic boost. Ayaka is going to use Presence for Everyone. That's going to do the 3-turn rolling ice amp for everybody. And that's going to get it ready, so it's going to be 3, 4, and then burst on turn 5. And Snow's just going to guard as well. Here's where the physical, the single target fixed attacks are going to come in, which he's provoking, and then he covers the magic damage. Okay, very cool. So we're on turn 4. We get our SLB from Ayaka this turn, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. It does not do any damage. Notice it does not do any damage. It does Rod in Peril. It does Ice Boost for her. And then it does a modifier boost for some of her stuff, as well as a magic store. All right, Regina is going to do one more use of magic boost. Fravia is going to use her magic boost, as your key insistence. So nobody's doing any damage. Yish is just going to guard. And Snow is going to just refresh cover and Magic Spirit of Chaos, just to keep that going. We're going to be taking a Mega Flare this turn. There you go. We're totally fine. At this point, Yish's SLB is going to come online. Regina's is too, but we're not using it. And we're ready to burst. So, Yish is going to chain with her SLB. Regina, fully powered up, is going to use Whipped Cream Garden. Fravia, fully powered up, is going to use Azure Riposte. Now, if you had a second Ayaka Vision card, putting that on Fravia would be ideal because the boost would have then applied to the entire skill. And instead, she's just getting boost for just one of her attacks, which is not that big a deal, but like, you know, she's just doing support chaining. And then Ayaka is going to chain with her finale. So you want to send Yish first, that way the breaks and the imperils and stuff go in place, and then Fravia, Regina, and then Ayaka, because that way Ayaka is the final hit, and you should be good to go. And I'm going to just go ahead and chain this up. So we'll do, there we go. We don't care about the break gauge, we just do all the damage. And there you have it. We'll show you the damage breakdown as well, just to kind of see who carried it. Get our Lapis here, and you know, no surprises there. Ayaka's doing that all by herself. You know, Regina's doing a nice chunk of damage. Fravia's doing a nice chunk of damage. Yish does a nice, you know, for a support breaker, there she is. And then Snow is you know, doing what he does best, just standing there. So there you have it, and that'll get you all the rewards in one run, and you kind of see how the fight works as far as like a slow and steady clear. And yeah, hopefully that helps you out and you're able to get that for yourself. And if you've got any questions about other things you could try, you know, let me know and we'll kind of brainstorm it together. In the meantime, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and have fun doing the rest of the events that came out this week. All right, see you later.